This clip is sponsored by Wash and Go, and that can only mean one thing. That's right, I'm surrounded by a sea of green. By now you should know that Wash and Go is the best way to look after your luscious locks. I mean, look at what it's done for mine. Fantastic. But you don't have to take my word for it. Just look at some of the 600 plus unreal reviews on their Amazon page. Linda from the United Kingdom says, well, it smells lush and leaves hair smelling fresh. Fantastic, Linda. Kindle customer JSB says, product arrived as advertised. Always very important. Always important to know that, Kindle customer JSB. And finally, my personal favourite, it's shampoo and it works for me. Absolutely fantastic there from Casey. It is indeed shampoo and also a conditioner. If you want to get your Wash and Go today, then hit the link in the description and get your bottle sent to you today. And remember, it's a shampoo and it works for me. I think Matic comes in, Mata comes in, and obviously Pogba plays with Bruno in the midfield three. And that's why. And look, I'm not Mata's biggest fan, but I think that the way Spurs will play will be on the break. So we're going to be playing higher up the pitch. So I would give Mata a run out. He won't do it. It will probably be Rashford, which is disgusting. There has to be consequences to that sort of performance. You could put Elanga in there, but I just feel with Elanga, United are in a bad place at the moment, and is it fair to keep picking a young lad if it goes wrong? You don't want to impact on his confidence. He looked a bit out of his depth against Man City last week, and that's why I thought a bit of experience. But a lot of people are saying Elanga. I get that. I do understand that, but I'm just a little bit worried about Elanga and his youthfulness, and I don't want to damage his development by throwing him into a game which could get quite toxic. If we're losing 2-0 with half an hour to go on Saturday evening, it's going to get quite toxic, isn't it? Because we can't afford to lose this game. Anyway, I'll come back to Spurs in more depth in a minute, but I did just want to hit a couple of stories which sort of feed into this. First of all, obviously the Chelsea story. There's been a bit of a link to Tuchel, Thomas Tuchel. What a load of shite. I do not know why this is being spoken about. I've done a video on That's Football about the Chelsea situation this morning. I think Jamie Carragher's come out and said United should go and get Tuchel if he leaves Chelsea, and I think some United fans have got quite excited about that. No, it's not going to. There's two things really. One, I don't think this is going to be as bad for Chelsea as some people are pretending it will be, and two, there's a thing called loyalty. As if Thomas Tuchel's going to see the sanctions and go, get me to Man United now. There's a thing called loyalty, and you have to respect that. I think he's very happy at Chelsea. I think he's won the Champions League at Chelsea. Well, he has. I don't think Thomas Tuchel's going to go, up yours, Chelsea, I'm off to Manchester United. Of course, I would take him at United, but come on, let's wake up and smell the coffee. The press want Pochettino, the players want Pochettino, and the board want Pochettino, and that's what they're probably going to do. I can't understand how people can. But Ronaldo. You will see I've not put Ronaldo in this team, but also there is a story going around about Ronaldo being phased out, and Rangnick basically advising the club to phase Ronaldo out because he's too old to lead the front line for Manchester United next season. Now, I think there's a deeper lying issue here, and this is just an observation from me, which I'll mention in a moment, and I want to know your thoughts. But in relation to the game against Spurs, we have got a massive game against Atletico Madrid on Tuesday night. Not Wednesday night, Tuesday night. So we are playing Saturday and then we are playing Tuesday night. That is literally 3 days. Ronaldo's carrying an injury. Cavani's just coming. That's the obvious thing to do. You can't, and Mario G says, why no Sue? Because I'm intelligent. No. Because I just think this is the way to go, and I think Rangnick will do this. 2 games in 3 days for Cavani or Ronaldo is silly. You play one in one and you play one in the other. If one's not playing well, you bring the other one off the bench for the last 20 minutes, and the same on Tuesday night. Start Cavani against Spurs, start Ronaldo against Atletico Madrid. And that's what I think you do. Because I don't think you can start Ronaldo on Saturday and on Tuesday, and I don't think you can do that with Cavani either. So I think you start one and then you start the other. And I think that's, ideally I would start Ronaldo in both, but obviously Ronaldo is not fit. He's been carrying an injury. He might not even be ready to start this game. So I think logically, focus on having Ronaldo for Atletico Madrid. Use Cavani against Spurs. It's just one of those things. And to be honest with you, we can't moan about it. Welcome to the Members Club, Amit. We can't moan about it because at the end of the day, this is what you would expect middle of March in a busy season. That you do need to rotate a bit. And, I personally think it's the right thing to do. What I want to say about Ronaldo is that this story, I think it came from Samuel Luckhurst in the Manchester Evening News, that Rangnick has advised Manchester United to phase Ronaldo out and look ahead to a new start next season. I think that this story is well sourced, and I think that it is true, because what my feeling about Manchester United since Sunday has been is that there's a concerted effort to undermine Cristiano Ronaldo and promote certain people who played on Sunday as the future. And what I mean by that is, I suppose, what happened a few weeks ago, we had this supposed meeting in the dressing room about the captaincy between Harry Maguire and Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, I think on Monday morning we saw Marcus Rashford positioning himself as important by saying he wants a new contract, and I think when you look at Harry Maguire, what I found quite funny about this is that the under 18s coach basically came out and said that Harry Maguire takes a real interest in the United youth team. He watches it. It's not a gimmick. And I thought to myself, but when you say it's a gimmick, you make it sound like it is a gimmick. And I thought, why does he have to come out? Why not just say it was great to have Harry Maguire in the dressing room? He's really interested in what the youth team's doing. Why would you say, no, he likes watching the youth setup. He's really interested in it. He watches all our games. It's not a gimmick. Like, why would you say it's a gimmick? Why would you even think to say it's a gimmick? I don't think anyone thought it was a gimmick. So now I'm thinking it is a gimmick. And I thought, you know what? I think United, you can almost read the way United probably work. And I think FA Youth Cup, Harry Maguire on the pictures, part of the youth, which is part of what United's all about. It's in the DNA, DNA. Get Harry there. Harry's the captain. Harry's the future. Ronaldo. Look, and I think I just feel that the club are trying to phase Ronaldo out, and they are trying to push the Rashford and Maguire as the future, because that's what the future's going to be, because they know they're not going to sell those players, but they probably know Ronaldo's going to go in the summer. And I think that's why United are starting to... We're seeing less and less. I don't know whether you've noticed this. We're seeing less and less of Sue and Ronaldo this, Ronaldo that. Remember the first few months he was here, everything was Ronaldo, every tweet, every Instagram post. I feel that United are starting to distance themselves from Ronaldo and move towards something else. I so hope Glazers get sanctioned by the government. It's not going to happen, Amit. Welcome to the members club, though. But yeah, I feel like they are sort of doing that. They're starting to undermine Ronaldo and promote other players. And I think the sad thing about this, and I just wanted to comment on this, the sad thing about this is that Troy, I don't care what you say, you're banned, swivel on it. The sad thing about this is that I don't care whether somebody rates Ronaldo or they don't rate Ronaldo. What I'm quite passionate about is that, without a shadow of a doubt, Manchester United, the way Ronaldo wanted to take us compared to the way we were going under Maguire and co, was the right way. Cristiano Ronaldo, whether you think he's had a good season or not, he came into that dressing room and went, "You're not good enough. You're not good enough," and they didn't like it, and that's why there's been fallouts and everything like that all season. United, if Ronaldo's this side and the players who aren't good enough is this side, United are going towards this side. So what does that mean for next season? Because we can phase Ronaldo out, we can say he's not good enough, we can say he's past it, we can do all those things, but it's not like the other players that we've got are good enough either. We saw what United are like without Ronaldo on Sunday, and that's one of the worst performances we've seen this season. That's quite a blunt way of explaining it, and obviously there's mitigating circumstances to say, well, he played against Liverpool, which you're right. But what bothers me the most is we're not very good on the pitch anyway. I can't say Ronaldo's prime Ronaldo. I can't. But what I do know is he wants to win Ballon d'Ors, he wants to win Champions Leagues, he wants to win Premier Leagues. And when he's in a dressing room and he's moaning, that's why he's doing it, because he wants to win. The other lot don't know how to win. When he goes, or when we phase Ronaldo out because we're looking for a different future, are we basically turning our back on winning to focus on this lot, who, again, like I said this morning, it's just all about stability, fourth place. I just feel United are setting us up for a very, very bland future with the likes of Maguire and Rashford and Bruno and, the players that we had last year, basically. basically they want a season like last year. I think that's what they want. They just want the top 4 finish, no chance of winning anything. Harry should be more interested in his game rather than the youth, says Naveen. I've got no problem with him. You know, there was certain youth players who said it was really nice that Harry Maguire spoke to them before the game. It was quite motivational, but you question why he can't do that for the first team. Thoughts on Jamie Carragher saying to go and get Rudiger and Kante to United after Chelsea sanctions? Great, that's football video, by the way, says Priyansh. Mate, you know what? I don't find much positivity around Manchester United at the moment. I just don't. And what I feel about this Chelsea situation is it's just embarrassing for us, not them. Chelsea are in a position of uncertainty. I guarantee you, watch the That's Football video I did on it. It's nowhere near as bad as people think. They'll come through this with a new owner, they'll be billionaires, and they'll be winning trophies again. And yet some United fans are going, let's get Tuchel, let's get Kante, let's get Rudiger. Oh, I tell you what, I wouldn't mind Mason Mount as well. Like we're fucking relevant. Like we're going to do that. Like we are in a much worse position than Chelsea. And there are fans going, yeah, Chelsea are finished. Let's get him, let's get him, let's get him. Why would they want to come to us? And it won't happen. Take your feeling towards Chelsea if you think they're finished. And then realise what we are. We're in a much worse position than them. And they will get a new owner and they'll be absolutely fine, in my opinion. I think it's... yeah. Ronaldo proved he's not the problem on Sunday, says Sir Nigel Farage. I mean, it is interesting because as we move towards this game at the weekend where we do need to bounce back and we talk about a new future, I saw last night... Goldbridge, that's the end of the clip. I'm sure you enjoyed it. In fact, I bet that's the best clip you've ever watched. So there's no reason not to subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon so you never miss a clip again. In fact, smash a like on the video because we all know only legends like videos and you are all legends. So please smash a like on the video and we will see you again on the next one. Thank you very much for watching as always.